Hello children, I'm so glad to get back to you and meet you through this video. I'm sure that you're all happy and you're enjoying. Yesterday we spoke about God's love. We said and we sang that God's love is so wonderful. And today we are going to see something else, something in return for God's love. You know what? Today we're going to tell Jesus that we love Jesus. What are we going to say? We're going to tell Jesus that we love Jesus. How can we tell Jesus that we love him? Okay, imagine that we have a mother and father at home and we want to show our love to them. And many times, mommy and daddy come and show their love to all of us. How will mommy show her love to you? She will come, hug you and kiss you. Daddy, he will carry you in his arm and he will hug you and he will tell you that he loves you so dearly. And these are some of the ways that in which mommy or daddy or people in this world will tell us that they love us. Okay, think like this. We know that mommy and daddy loves us. What if I'm going to go and tell my mommy and daddy that I love them? You are going to go and tell your mommy and daddy that you love them. Do you know how good it will be for mommy and daddy to know that you love them? When you go and tell your mommy or daddy that I love you, and you hug them and kiss them and smile at them, their hearts will be filled with joy and they will love you so dearly. Similarly, God also loves us and he shows his love to us in many ways. And yesterday we sang and we also learnt that God's love is so wonderful. Today we are going to tell Jesus the same way that we do in this world, going and telling mommy and daddy that we love them. Today we are going to tell Jesus, I love you. Okay, in this world, showing our love to people around us, like mom and dad, it's so easy. You go, hug them, kiss them, and you can tell them with all the words that you have, telling mommy, I love you, I like you, I want to kiss you, and you are so beautiful. But how will you tell Jesus that you love him? Jesus himself lived as an example in this world to teach us how to love others. Jesus was filled with love in his heart always. And when he lived in this world, his heart was filled with love. One day, there was a blind man who was walking on the street. And suddenly, he heard the crowd say that Jesus is coming by that way. And the blind man could not see anything. He was totally blind. He cannot, how it is difficult for us. If we cannot see, how it will be difficult for us if we cannot see. We are able to see the fruits, the flowers, the birds, the animals, the beautiful colors, the rainbow, and everything God has created. But the blind man was totally blind. He could not see anything. And he was miserably in need of sight. He wanted to see. And on that day, when Jesus passed by that side, he called out to Jesus because the crowd was saying, Jesus is going by this side. The blind man cried out and he called for Jesus, not knowing where he was. calling, Jesus, please come, please heal me. And you know what Jesus did? Jesus came near the blind man because his heart was filled with love. His heart was filled with compassion. He came and he stood near the blind man and he spoke with the blind man and he asked the blind man, what do you want me to do? Jesus asked the blind man what Jesus had to do for the blind man. And the blind man replied to him, Master, I want to see. I'm totally blind. Please heal me. I want to see this world. And he cried. Jesus looked at the blind man. His heart was moved with compassion because he had love for the blind man. He said, I will heal you. He took his hand and touched the eyes of the blind man. And his eyes opened. He could see. He was so glad that he could see. And this is how Jesus showed his love to the people around him in this world when he lived in this world. This is one example how we can show our love. This is how we can show the love that we have for God. We have to be kind to others. We have to be loving to others. We cannot heal people. We cannot heal the blind. We cannot make the lame people walk. We cannot do miracles. But we can do good things. Jesus wants us to be good, to be filled with love, a heart to be filled with love. And this is how you can show to Jesus and tell Jesus that you love him. You can be friendly with your neighbor, the person who's living next to your house. You can be good to your friends in school. You should not fight with your brother or sister at home. You can share your food, your toys, and your belongings with your brothers or sisters or your friends. And you can be helpful to others. Many times, we need to be obedient to our parents and teachers. Be respectful. We should not be cruel to the people around us. We need to be loving to them. We should help the poor and needy. And these are the ways in which we can tell Jesus that we love Jesus. You know how good it is for Jesus to know that we love him? Jesus will be filled with joy. His heart will be overflowing with joy when he understands, when he comes to know that we love Jesus through all these things. And today we're going to sing a song, an action song, and all of us are going to move our hands and legs and bend down and look up and sing and glorify God. And we are going to sing and say to Jesus through this song that we love him. Shall we sing? Touch your finger to your nose, bend from the waist way down and touch your toes, and when you come up slowly, start to sing. Say to the Lord, I love you, I love you, I love you. Say to the Lord, I love you, I love you, I love you. Say to the Lord, I love you. Reach your hands up to the sky. Look to the left and right and blink your eyes. And when you turn around, you start to sing. Say to the Lord, I love you, I love you, I love you. Say to the Lord, I love you, I love you, I love you. Say to the Lord, I love you. Say to the Lord, I love you, Jesus. I love you too, children. God bless you.